Begin, man, begin. Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो मारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, कर्नाटक किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you even zero complete level, मौज में रहो, be happy. Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tiro Bhute Swatmani Amalatar Tejo Avatipuman Anatmanam Mohat Ahamiti Shariram Kalayati ततः काम क्रोध प्रभृति भी अमुम बंधन गुणैः परम विक्षेपाख्या रजस उरुशक्तिर्व्यथयति. 142nd verse. Whenever we are disturbed, instead of reacting to anything, if we just keep cool for a few moments and find out who is disturbed. Don't have to do anything. Just change the focal length. There, this is what I said. Tiro bhute swatmanam. We have forgotten that I am a man for a few moments. And there, anatmanam, what I am not, that I start imagining. What I start imagining, I am a father, I am a husband, I am a brother. And thereafter, mohat ahamiti shariram kalayati. And all these things begin when we are identified with the body. Friends, today is our concluding day. Take this takeaway with you. All spiritual life is freedom from body identification and the notion that we are somebody. That's all. Whether you go to temple, whether you give donation, whether you do good work, whether you help the society, it's okay. It's a time pass. It's not required. See, friends. But this is the basic thing that we are unable to hold it. And then I want to that if I am a husband, what will be my life? Try to please the wife and imagine why she doesn't understand. You can never be happy in life. See? One day in Coimbatore, one of my friend, he was driving me, elderly man, and his wife also old, a typical Marwadi one. And it was so hot, so he stopped the car and he told his wife, go and get some water for Swamiji from that shop. So that old lady went there and got one bottle. Gave. And he became angry. Bevakoof, thanda pani le aao. It's so hot here. Don't you understand? Started shouting at her. Poor fellow again went came back. And Swamiji, have you seen? He abuses me, insults me before everybody. Even in front of you, he could not control himself. And he told, I am Bevakoof. I said, Mama, yes, I agree with him. She didn't expect this. See? You also say, I say, yes, had you been wise, you will never marry such a fool. I am okay. Who is miserable? The one who doesn't exist. And how this body is born? Only after body identification. Then what is spiritual life? Don't have to go to huge text and study. Simple thing. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100%. But don't forget, Karnataka. That's it. See? And the natak should be best. The other person should feel that really he or she loves me. You don't have to love. What a lovely spiritual life. No burden. Therefore, mohat aham shariram kalayati. Then he start thinking that I am body. And thereafter, tata kama krodha prabhuti. Thereafter, all the problems related to the relative existence begin. And which are those problems? Kama krodha. Desire, anger, etc. And this is how vikshepakya param rajasa urushakti vyasayati. And once we get agitated because of the rajoguna impact, then we are all the time actively miserable. Remain cool, man, cool. There is nothing worth losing our peace in this world. See, the other day I was doing japa, and one person asked me, Swamiji, you also do japa for what? I said, time pass. How time pass? Then I told him. I said, my guru told me this thing. So I took out, is there or is there? Like a terrorist takes out a gun, I took out my mala. I told him, my guru told me that whenever you travel, you should chant the Lord's name, don't talk to anybody. So according to his order, I do that. Therefore, I am sorry, I will not talk to you. Keep quiet. What is the net result? Let him talk, who listens? Unwanted question. Why? There is nothing worth in this world to know. Then whatever we are doing, only one principle, time pass. And what is the time pass? Time pass is that where loss and gain is equal. Dukkeshu anudvignamanaha, sukheshu vigataspraha. When miseries are there, one doesn't become miserable. When comforts are there, one is not addicted to the comforts. See? Then life is lived without anybody becoming somebody. See, my friends, therefore, unless we are able to recognize this, Mahamoha graha grasana galitatmavagamanaha dhiya nana avastha swayam avinayan tad gunataya apare samsare vishay vichapure jalanido nimajjanmajjayam brahmatikumati kutsitagati. Now, whenever we are functioning in this world, if impressions are formed on our mind will carry those impressions for some time. And our life will be an expression of those impressions. Suppose I have an impression, somebody I like. Then my interaction with that person will be under the light of liking. If somebody I do not like, and if that impression is very strong, then whenever I will see that person or thing, I will be agitated. Why? Because those impressions are there active. Therefore, friends, real spiritual life is dekho suno mat bolo. No need. Whenever we make a comment, somebody is born. Don't make a comment, nobody is born. See, today in our place, some friends came and they are all IT fellows and I am the non-IT one. So after our lunch, we were sitting together and they were talking all their topics, whatever, which I didn't understand. So when I was sitting there I was practicing my spiritual practice. Whatever they were talking here and there, this thing, that thing, some time or the other, some, vomit will come. Chup. That was my spiritual practice. What is that? Who asked you? Many times we talk when it is not required. See? Why? Because we want to get involved. Now they were discussing, youngsters, they are enjoying suffering. Why should I get involved? But then I have to get involved. See, Maharaj, the more you understand this, therefore for that mantra is, who asked you? You know where from I got this mantra? From Badrinath. Bhagwan Narayana directly gave me this mantra. After morning 4 o'clock darshan, I came and one old lady used to be there. She is no more. Bhagavati Amma, very sweet. So I used to spend time with her. She used to give me nice tea and all that. Therefore she was good. That time I was young. Maybe about 30, 35 years before. Even more than that. So I told her, Mama, I am going to stop giving lectures. Enough is enough. So she started laughing. I said, why are you laughing? He said, when there is a joke, we have to laugh, is it not? So what is the joke? Joke is, who asked you? Did Narayana ask you whether you want to give lectures or not? No, he didn't ask me. Did I ask you whether you want to give lectures or not? No, you didn't ask me. Whose question you are answering? See, my friends, what a depth it is. I should not say, but these days, the grandchildren, who asked you? See, my friends, don't get involved in this world. We are here for becoming such a fit instrument so that the divine can express through us. Don't worry about Bhagwan ka darshan. Kya karoge? What will you do thereafter? See? You must have seen there are many seekers, they call their guru as Bhagwan. Guru Bhagwan, Guru Bhagwan. They live with their Guru Bhagwan, not for a day or two, 30, 40 years. And yet you see their personal life. Disgusting. See, friends. Then what is important? Important is, have we learned from our own experiences or not? So what we have to learn? We don't have to gain anything in life. Like this mic. Mic has no purpose of its own. The one who holds the mic, he or she has the purpose. Now this mic is between you and me. Why? Because it is fit, number one. Two, it doesn't have its own agenda. See? Number three, it is not having its own music. You must have seen. Sometimes this mic has got electronic onkar. Sometimes it goes on clearing its own throat. Kar, 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 kar. So such a mic, we will remove him between you and me. So this mic is between you and me only because it is fit without any personal agenda. Exactly the same way. The one who is holding the mind, he has the purpose. We are like the mic, Cary of Maya. Lord is there, His creation. We are the mic in between. He wants to speak through us, but we have got throat trouble. Remove that fellow. Friends, real spiritual practice is we empty ourselves 100%. We are filled with things, possessions, and beings, relations. And that burden is you and me. And when we get tired of this burden, what we do? We go to sleep. Going to sleep is what? No more ownership about anything, including our body. When everything is rejected, discarded, what is the experience? Absolute happiness. Therefore, if somebody doesn't get sleep, how much disturbed we are? Why you want to go to sleep? You don't get anything there. You leave everything. Why? Because that time the divine is expressing through us. Therefore, because of this Mahamoha Grasana Galita Atmavagavanaha, because of this wrong notion that I am body, then possessions and relation, then Dhiya Nana Avastha, Swayam Abhinayan Tadgunan. Then whatever are the conditions of the mind or the thoughts, that we become. Anger, angry, frustrated, loving, frustrated, all kinds of the modifications of the mind, they become our modifications. And then apare samsare visha pure jaranidau. And our whole life is spent only in this. I want this, I want that, I don't want this. Recognize this. That is the purpose of Vivekachoodamani. Nobody can help us. So, nimajjon majjayam brahmati kumati kutsitagati. Then such a, the foolish one, because of his own abilities and debilities, he keeps on moving and writes autobiography of a Dumbo. One person in India told me, Swamiji, you don't tell anything, but I want to write your biography. It will be good for the people. I said, okay, write down. I was born on 31st April. Okay. Then I was thrown in a garbage. Swamiji, why you tell like that? I said, how can you say that this is not the truth? And then I came out of the garbage and became a gunda and killed so many people. I was in the jail. And then I ran away out of the jail. And then how to protect? Therefore I became Swami. Swamiji, why are you telling like that? I said, why don't you write this? This is my autobiography. Friends, we talk only about with reference to body. In every dream, there is a separate dreamer. One dreamer has no relationship with other dreamer. It is equally true with one waker has no relationship with other waker. And therefore, we don't write autobiography of a dreamer. No relation. In one dream I was a king, other dream I was a beggar, third dream I was a guru, fourth dream I was a disciple. Who am I then? There is no connection, no nothing. Equally true, my friends. All wakers are different, but we create an illusory personality which doesn't exist. See? This is a mala. How beautiful, how nice. Imagine these are flowers. So, this Phula mala, so nice, beautiful. Now, if there are many flowers, the mala will be very big, is it not? If there are less flowers, short mala. In our Mumbai, they give the mala, deliver at home for Ganeshji. It has got 3 flowers. Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. So, lesser the number of flowers, shorter is the mala. Clear? Now, if there is only one flower, can there be a mala? If we start living with this wisdom, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100%. But oldies like me, जाने कहाँ गए वो दिन बाढ़ में तुम भी जाओ. See, friends, we have to be very distinctly clear about all this. Now, how this I is born, whose autobiography is written? Because all the flowers means fools. They are brought together by the thread of consciousness. When you cut the thread of a garland, remove all the flowers and take the weight, there will be no loss, no gain. Then where the garland has gone? Nowhere. Why? He was nowhere. Think. But not understanding this, we are all the time living in the non-existing area. Therefore, Nimajjan Majjaya Brahmati Kumati Kutsidagati, and then we go on suffering throughout our life. I was like that. I was children. During our childhood, it was like that. These days, the children, you leave them alone. I got all the sympathy for the kids. Elderly don't allow them to live their life. If they are standing, why are you standing? Sit down. If they are sitting, why are you sitting? Get up. Hurry. You are grown up, does it mean you have to rule over somebody or what? Don't get involved in anybody's life. We have a right to destroy our life, not somebody else's life. See? Slowly, then how to lead the life. That time take the mala in the hand and do the japa. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Automatically everything goes, Papa is doing japa, don't disturb him. You are not disturbed, but you are keeping away Odomos. Thereafter, Bhanu Prabhasa Janita Brahmangti Bhanum Tirudhaya Vijrumbate Yatha Atmodita Ahankriti Atma Tattvam Tatha Tirodhaya Vijrumbate Swayam. Like the clouds are born out of the sun rays and the clouds cover the sun, in the same manner, from our wrong notions only, our divinity is covered, and thereafter we are hidden behind our wrong notions. See, notions are not the reality. And these notions are created only by abhyas, by practice. See? How? The parents and the grandparents, they give a wrong notion to the child right from childhood. Oh, my daughter is so sweet, so beautiful, so nice, she is so divine. And that Dumbo start growing with that understanding. She is the most beautiful, she is very intelligent, blah, 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 blah. In the house it is okay. But when she goes in the marketplace, and there she doesn't fit into that particular definition, then frustration comes. One example I'll tell you. This happened somewhere. My friend, myself and his daughter, 20 years of age, maybe 20, 21. We went for a walk, evening time. And it was on the seaside. So she said, Swami, let us go down. I said, you go down, I'll watch from here. Come on, Swamiji, it looks so beautiful. Don't you like beauty? It looks so nice. Come. I said, you go, I stand here. Why? I said, do you know? what looks beautiful is never beautiful. What do you mean? I said, for example, you look beautiful. Next 3 days she didn't talk to me. Because the parents tell that girl that you are most beautiful. All these wrong notions create a fictitious personality. And when that fictitious personality is damaged, one goes into depression, frustration, etc. Thereafter, that girl didn't talk to me for 3 days. Hey, how are you? I'm not beautiful. There's no question about it. But this notion, and we are all leading the notional life. What is our notion? I am doing good to everybody. And what is our doing good to others? Whatever I want, others should follow. That is good. See? Therefore, friends, remember this thing. We are ourselves hiding our divinity. The only way is, like if you want to add something more in your suitcase, remove the unwanted garbage. See? Mind free from thoughts is consciousness. This experience you cannot define in terms of knowledge gathered through sense organs, knowledge gathered through mind, knowledge gathered through intellect. This experience is not Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha. It is not word, it is not touch, it is not form, it is not taste, it is not smell. Then mind. It is not, oh, so loving, oh. Whenever you become subtler and subtler, your language becomes important. Like some kids write sometimes WhatsApp, Dear Swamiji, thank you very much for your birthday greetings. And I love you. So I-L-O, O, 3 lines. O-V-E. Because what she wants to say, what is this? Love you. The more you become subtler in your experience, you become silent. See? So what is the truth? Truth is, we cannot be comprehended by the sense organs, cannot be felt by the mind, cannot be conceived by the thoughts or the intellect. Intellect functions only in concepts. In Pittsburgh, many years before, after my talk was over, the professor, American, he said, Mr. Swami, you presented the concept very well. I said, I did not talk concepts, dear. Then I said, you are a professor is a concept. Tomorrow you will be ex-professor. You are American is a concept. When you go to India, you become Indian citizen. Concept. You are married. Concept. Tomorrow you are divorced. No more husband. Concept. But you are is not a concept. See? Have we done anything? We are not sleeping. We are awake. We are experiencing everything. But an experiencer is not born. But what happens in body identification, then the sense organs and the mind and the intellect, and then what is not that is appearing. So, Kavalita Dinanathe Durudane Sandramegai Vyatayati Himajinza Vayurugro Yathaitan Avirata Tamasatmani Avrute Mudha Buddhim Kshavayati Bahudukkai Tivra Vikshepa Shakti. And when we are not knowing our identity, Avaran Shakti, when I have forgotten for a moment that I am a man, for a moment, then I start living as somebody. And that somebody becomes a reality. And the man is hidden. Therefore, if you have studied Gita, this point you must catch. Forget about the whole Bhagavad Gita. Only this much. The problem was only identity crisis for Arjuna. Who am I at a given period of time, in a given situation? His problem was only this much. Whether on this battlefield at the time of the war, whether I am a disciple or a grandson or a brother or who. So on the battlefield, you are a warrior. Everything is over. In the same manner, if we practice this, now here we are in satsanga. During the satsanga, when the satsanga is going on, we should be only satsangi, nothing else. When you practice this, then we are leading our spiritual life, according to Vivekachoodamani. But oldies, all the time, when we were children, who has asked you? We oldies don't understand, nobody is interested in our past. Our past is not like Ramayana. But then what we have? Do you know? Mind cannot survive in the utter present. The diet of the mind is past and future. If you take this position, whatever we think we are is only the burden of the past that a mule is carrying. Okay? In some of my talks, I have given one Maha Mantra. And many people say, Swamiji, after that, it has made a difference in our life. I will give you, those who want you take, who don't want, who cares. Free. Put your right hand on your heart. What is the date today? Third. Now repeat after me. April 3rd, 2025. April 3rd, 2025. April 3rd, 2025. Diksha Samarambha over. Now what is to be done? Whatever has happened in your life before this date, don't talk about it. Now try to talk. Swamiji, last time also, again you have gone back. See, friends, all the time, old thing, old stuff. Give it a try. And the second thing, when we tell you stop talking to yourself, you will recognize one day by God's grace. Whenever we talk to ourselves, we are creating the unborn problems. And we try to solve those problems which do not exist. What is the worry? Worry is an attempt to solve the problems which don't exist. Suppose this happens, suppose that happens. This time when I was coming, because of so much of news here and there. So my friends told me, Swami, you are going. So I said, yes, I am going, but I don't know what is going to happen. Whatever happens, happens. What can be done? Worrying is not a solution. And when I went through immigration, less than 7 seconds. And my friend who came to receive me, Swamiji, you came so quickly. I said, just, he saw the go, no problem. But then, all the flight, oh, but then somebody phoned, Swamiji, everything is okay. 3, 4 phones came from India. Relax, man, relax. Try these 2 things. Don't talk about your past and don't talk to yourself. Meaning, don't go in the future. Net result is you are in the present. Past is a tense. Future is a tense. We are living in tenses and intentions. Drop these 2. Present is thereafter no more a tense. It is the presence. The presence is our essential nature. See? So, avirata tamasa atmani avrute muda buddhim kshapayati bahu dukkaihi tivra vikshepa shakti. And then we remain all the time agitated, vikshepa shakti. Can't remain cool and quiet. There was one couple, now their son is in college also, 3rd year or so. When he was small, very calm, quiet, very cute child. The husband and wife. Husband has the habit of talking loudly. Some people cannot talk soft. They talk very loudly. As if somebody is talking to somebody in India without phone. Like that. So when they were discussing something, this child, he went in between them. Mom, Dad, cool, cool. Don't shout. That becomes our habit. See, friends, don't react in life. Only act. When you are an actor, you get name, fame, money, everything, prosperity and publicity. When you react, you get nothing. Therefore, vikshepa shakti bahu dukkham kshapayati. एताभ्यामेव शक्तिभ्याम बंधः पुंसा समागतः याभ्याम विमोहितो देहम मत्वात्मानं भ्रमत्ययम्. So because of these 2 powers, the avaran shakti and vikshepa shakti. Avaran shakti is no logic. See? Why we consider ourselves to be so and so? No logic. Anything you repeat it 100 times, that becomes real after some time. See, in 2nd chapter of Gita, Bhagavan Krishna gives this very beautiful spiritual practice, but we normally just go upar. He says, Nasti buddhihi ayuktasya, nacha yuktasya bhavana, nacha bhavayata shantihi, ashantasya kutas sukham. 4 principles. Nasti buddhihi ayuktasya. The one who doesn't have the knack, spiritual practice is a knack. Swimming is a knack. Riding a bicycle is a knack. You can't teach anybody. See? So, nasti buddhi ayuktasya. If we have the knack, then what will happen? We will draw the moral of the story from the scriptural statements. See, friends, only mechanically things will not help us. When something is told, why is this told? What is the moral of the story? What we call technically as tatparya nirnay. See? But without that, then we keep on getting lost in that and get into arguments. So, if the world is not real, then why are you living in this world? Who are you to ask me? Therefore, one of the biggest obstacles for every intellectual is his intelligence. One child asked me this question, Swamiji, you say God will punish us if we do wrong, but how can God punish? I said, there is a technique. What is the technique? Then I asked him, have you ever eaten dahi vada? Swamiji, I like it. I like it. I eat dahi vada. I said, you know what is dahi vada? There is one dona in that dilapidated, wet, dirty type of vada is there with water. On that, they will be putting lot of dahi, yogurt, and then lot of spices, and then one spoon. Eat. Then exactly the same thing Bhagwan did. That dona is our khopdi. In that, our brain is like the dahi vada. If you don't believe, open and see. Looks exactly like that. And on that, Bhagwan puts the spices. The spice is logic. And then he puts the spoon. I. For everything. Why? Because the sky is too high. See, one of the biggest obstacle for all the scientific-minded people is this logic. They keep on talking about so many things. When I was in UK a few years before, that time this God particle was a very bug word going around. So they asked, Swamiji, what is your opinion about this God particle? I said, I don't opine on stupid topics. Do you mean this is said by the scientists? I said, that doesn't mean it is right. Then I asked him, tell me, what is the space particle? What is the particle of space? Your God is infinite, is it not? What is the particle of space? Space can't have particle. Then how can God have particle? That means they are telling wrong. I said, no, they are dumb. And I tell you further, even out of the infinite, particles can be created. How? North is a particle of space. South is a particle of space. Don't you use? In the same manner, one Paramatma, Jiva is a particle of Paramatma. So like north is south, these are imaginary for the purpose of living in this world. In the same manner, this Jiva is a particle. Mamai Vansho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. So that doesn't mean Jiva is real. It is because of the conditioning of this gross body and subtle body. You drop that, you are divine. Nasti buddhi ayuktasya. Logic will not help you. You have to go beyond the logic and discover the truth. Nacha yuktasya bhavana. If we are not able to do that, never mind do bhavana. Now what is bhavana? We are all living only in that bhavana. We are told that we are Hindus, or we are Brahmins, we are Kshatriya, and we are Gujarati. What is that? Who knows what? Right from childhood we are told that. Slowly, that bhavana becomes so real. See? There was one movie many years before, when as a child I saw that movie. There was, the Hindu-Muslim rights. And then the Hindus came and killed so many Muslims and all that was going on. So there was one child which was taken by one old lady because he should not be killed. Then the child grew, became grown up, maybe about 20 years or so. And again some riots happened. So he wanted to go and kill the Muslims because I am a Hindu. So that grandmother told, look here, before you go, know this thing, nobody knows I am telling you the truth. You are not my child. So many years before, these kind of things happened and they were killing and you are in that cradle. So I just saw you, picked you up. Because you were with me, they didn't kill you. Now you are a Muslim, go and kill them. What was his bhavana? We are all leading this bhavana. I am very unfortunate. I am very unlucky. See, other people's wives are so nice. They understand. My wife doesn't listen to me. What is this? Only bhavana, nothing else. If you have to imagine, why don't you imagine you are happy? See, friends, nasti buddhi ayuktasya, nas ayuktasya bhavana, nacha bhavayeta shanti. If you do not insist it again and again, you are happy, you are perfect, everything is fine. If somebody makes a mistake and asking you a question, how are you? Don't take a revenge. Sit and I'll tell you. Fire, I am on the top of the world. But then the words must carry the meaning also. Ah, pade hai, I am on the top of the world. No. See, friends, therefore, real spiritual practice is whatever we study, apply that in your day-to-day life rather than argument, logic, and reason. How can it be applied in our life? See? And then the bhavana, do this bhavana that you are happy, you are perfect, there's nothing wrong, everything is happening exactly as required. The net result will be your mind will stop reacting to anything in this world. And for that, our Mahamantra is, Jo thari rai so mari rai. O Lord, thy will be done. See? So, एताभ्यामेव शक्तिभ्याम बंधा पुंसा समागतः याभ्याम विमोहितः देहम मत्वा आत्मानं भ्रमति अयम. Therefore, out of this wrong notion, we start considering ourselves to be the body and then suffer and suffer. So what is the bondage? Bijam sansmriti bhumi jasya tu tamo dehatma dhirankurah raga pallava bambu karma tu vapu skandho savashakika अग्राणी इंद्रिय संहतिष्ठ विषया पुष्पाणि दुःखम फलम नाना कर्म समुद्भवम बहुविधम भोक्तात्र जीव खगा. How beautiful poetry it is. Bijam sanskriti bhumijasya tu tamaha. The seed is the tamaha, ignorance. Ignorance is incomplete knowledge. Incomplete knowledge has no logic. See? But what happens? We get lost in the logic. Why some people are born in very good families? Why other people are born in bad families? Why somebody is born healthy? Why others are not born? Cause, effect, cause, effect. So the scriptures have to help us. So they have to make stories. Like the example I gave about the husband. Why my wife troubles me? Tell me. I said, I'll tell you. Be cool. You know, in the last life, you have tortured her. That time she was doing Karwa Chauth. She will not live next 7 lives. Oh God, no, what can be done? Now, hereafter, stop blaming her and behave properly with her. Then, when these two factors bring together, you will be at peace, and then next life she will not be your wife. Really? Yes. Whole life will change. So what he has understood, this dumb fellow, he has understood that I was earlier, now I will be born again. When did you die? When this body was not there, that time you tortured somebody. In this body, you are the same. When this body will die, you will take another body. When did you die? That is the meaning. But instead of taking that as a meaning, we take the jiva as a reality. See, friends, when something is not known, we take, for example, suppose it is X. See, there are 4 pots. In that, there is different quantity of milk. Maybe 2 liters, 4 liters, 6 liters, 8 liters. and the fat percentage is 2%, 4%, 6%, 8%. If they are mixed together, what will be the average fat percentage in that mixed sample? So what we will do? Suppose the average sample will be X percentage. And you supply, give the answer book. Will you get marks? You have to establish the value, is it not? What is the value of X? Exactly the same way. When we are told, last life we have done something good or bad, in this life we are doing, next life we... Then who is this Jiva? We simply a dumb way accept Jiva as real. Find out what is Jiva. Then you will come to discover what is a reflection in the mirror. Man, mirror, and their proximity, these three factors put together defines a reflection in the mirror. Same way, husband, wife, any relation. So man, reflection in the mirror of the wife, and the tortured or mutilated reflection is the husband. Three things put together is husband. Now out of these three, which is real? Is the reflection real? Is the wife real? Or the man real? Think, friends. When the wife disappears, what happens to husband? Nothing. Because he cannot be there now. The Jiva, don't take this thing as serious. There's two things we have to sort out. Dehatma bhav, body identification has to be dropped. And the second one is Jivatma bhav, papoham papakarmaham, no. You are divine. See? Then these unwanted questions will disappear. But since how long this Jiva was born? Okay. Since how long the reflection is happening in the mirror? Is there any answer to that? See? Therefore, Dehatmadhi Ankuraha. First of all, body identification. Then it starts growing. And thereafter, this body becomes the only reality for us. And thereafter, there are many branches come out of the body, the sense organs, the organs of action, and then many relations and objects and our interactions. And then beautiful flowers come, and the flowers mature, and then the fruits come. What is the fruit? Dukkham phalam. And then whatever we do, karma, then we start getting joy, sorrows, and in this manner, nana karma samudbhavam bhavidam. All these various good and bad experiences are happening. And who is experiencing? Eyes do not experience. Mind doesn't experience. Intellect doesn't experience. When in a thought, consciousness is reflected as Chidabhasa, that thought with the reflected consciousness, the thought becomes enlivened as if. It is inert. This is a very subtle, important point. Catch it properly. See, you are seeing me. There are two lights on my face. One is a common light. Second is wherever the skin is tight or the glasses, somewhere, because of these various bulbs, you can see one spot somewhere. So that is a specific light, and one is the general light. See? So, on the mirror, there is a general light, and then the beam of the sun has fallen on the mirror. From there, another light comes. See? So, the mirror with the spot of the light, reflected light, becomes as if it is giving the light. But is it a real light? It's a reflected light. If we block the sun falling on the mirror, there won't be reflection. Exactly. We are common denominator, pure conscious existence, samanya prakash, non-specific experience. Just being. Then that being in relation to something or somebody becomes somebody. That somebody is the thought where the object is reflected. And then somebody is born. Husband, wife, brother, father, mother, sister. And they are living. See, friends, if in front of the sun there is one mirror, one light will come out. If there are 5 mirrors, 5 lights will come out. In the same manner, I am one mirror, father, son has come out. Other mirror, wife, husband has come out. Third mirror, son, the father has come out. Have I become 3? When the father dies, what happens to the son? Nothing. When the wife dies, what happens to husband? Nothing. He is no more husband. When the son dies, what happens to father? Nothing. He is no more a father. But if the man dies, can the 3 exist? What is the reality? But we get lost in these non-existing entities, all relations, all possessions. And it is a burden that we carry in our life. See, friends, and because of that burden, we get tired. So what we do, like these ammas do, they call it as a purse, but it is a hold all actually. The whole universe is in that purse. They are so heavy. So wherever they will go, the first thing before doing their prana pratishtha, they do the prana pratishtha of theirs, that purse. So heavy it was. Exactly the same way. All the burdens that we are carrying, we want to get rid of them. What is sleep? Discard body identification. The moment body identification is discarded, you are nobody, you are nowhere, you are never. But you are. We don't experience our absence. My friends, play spiritual life, not becoming serious. Try to work on this problem. Who goes to sleep? We do say, I had good sleep, but in between there were bad dreams also. Who can make this statement? We do make it, but who makes this statement? The waker cannot go to sleep because he was not in the sleep. The dreamer cannot go to sleep, he was not in the sleep. And the deep sleeper also doesn't sleep. Thereafter only he can say, I had a good sleep. So who goes to sleep? See, friends, the one who is supporting waking without becoming a waker, he makes a statement, I had a good sleep. The same reality, who was experiencing the dream without becoming a dreamer, he makes the statement, I had bad dream. The one who was in the deep sleep without going to sleep, he makes a statement, I had a good sleep. Vedaisya sarvai ahameva vedyaha. This aham is to be recognized. This cannot be known by sense organs, by mind, by intellect, by logic, by efforts. The truth is so simple, friends. But we are lost in something specific. There are two specific things which create the samsara. One is name, second is form. Now I am seeing you all, you are seeing me also. Let us do an experiment. How many fingers I am showing? 4. How these fingers have become 4? Because one finger is followed by absence of finger, is it not? Second finger is followed by again absence of finger. Third finger is followed by absence of finger. And fourth finger is followed by again absence of finger. But where is our attention? On the shapes, forms. But have we not experienced the absence of the forms? Forms are specific. Space is non-specific. Similarly, this is Rupa. Then Nama, the Shabda. See? How many times I make noise? How many times? 3 times. Why 3 times? Because after one time, there was silence. So unless we have experienced silence, we cannot say 3. But we are so preoccupied with something special, the substratum we forget. Special is waking, dream, deep sleep. And among the 3, waking is the most special. And among the waking, there are also husband and wife more special. And we are lost in becoming something extraordinary. My friends, spiritual life is drop every extra, be ordinary. And that is achieved by our Maha Mantra. Dekho, forms. Suno, words. Mat bolo, no reaction. Then what will be that experience? That experience will be like that of the vision, seeing everything, not reacting to anything. Ears hearing everything, not reacting to anything. By this practice, we discard the world, come to the sense organs. We discard the sense organs, we come to the mind. We discard the mind, we come to this I. But this I is no more reacting. Thereafter, life is lived through us without we becoming somebody. This is what we tell in simple words, experience without experiencer. The moment experiencer is born, there will be problem. Understood, not understood, misunderstood. Just be. Hey Maharaj. Nana karma samudbhavam bhavidam bhoktatra jiva khaga. So the one who experiences is the jiva. The one who is experiencing but not becoming an experiencer is the divine. These 2 lights we have to recognize. The example which I gave you. The mirror, 2 lights. One is common light, along with everything. The mirror is also illuminated by the general light. But then there is a specific light. From that specific light, another light comes, and as if it is real. It is not real. It is dependent, reflected one. Original light is something different. Similarly, the divinity that we are is the original light. Where it is reflected through the thoughts, it is the jiva. When the thoughts disappear, where the jiva goes? See, my friends, this is the reason why Vedanta is not for masses. In one place, a person asked Swamiji, you keep on moving so many places and people don't change and there are not huge crowds for your lectures. I said, do you know what? If there is a free Bollywood dance invitation to anybody, what will be the crowd? Huge crowd. Second, hospitals, huge crowds. Third, temples, huge crowds. 3 places. Bollywood crowds, bhogi, indulgent. Temple crowds, kami, desire fulfillment. And hospitals, rogi. Do we get invitation? Please come to our hospital. No, we go ourselves. But there is a 4th place, the gym. How many freebies they give? You come, join one, bring your spouse free, and you will get this thing. Please come, 1 month free. And yet nobody goes. Why? Who goes to gym? Those who are healthy and want to maintain the health, they only go to the gym. Those who are risen above these worldly things. My son is like that, my daughter is like that. Then go to some temple and hit your head. Come out, enough is enough. See, whole life is spent in that. And this is where in Avadhuta Gita, the very first verse, Ishvaranugrahateva pumsamadvaita vasana mahadbhaya paritranan vipranam upajayate. How do we know the grace of the Lord is showering on us? When we are naturally attracted towards this absolute reality. World has its own place. We live in this very much world, but we are focusing on something higher in life. This is how the topic of jiva is to be clearly understood. Jiva is just a one step to indicate something. Like the X, what is the average percentage of fat in the collective sample? So suppose it is X percentage. But you have to establish the value of X. In the same manner, jiva, who is suffering? Now what is jiva? Find out. Then you will come to know jiva is nothing reality. Like husband is the jiva, man is the Brahman. The father is a jiva, the man is the Brahman. But who is miserable? The jivas are miserable. What can you do? What is the spiritual practice? Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100%. Don't forget, Karnataka. Highest spiritual practice is Rama Leela, Krishna Leela. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. I'll take one more verse so that this topic will be over. Ajnana Moloyam Anatmabandha Naisargiko Adi Ananta Iritaha Janmapya Avyaya Vyadhi Jaradi Dukham Pravaha Patam Janayati Mushaha. So this is Ajnana Mulaha I am Atmabandha. This notion that I am body has no beginning. It is like that. Don't get lost in the unwanted inquiry. Naisargika, it is natural. Nothing abnormal in it. Therefore, body identification is not the problem. Taking body identification as the real is the problem. See how important it is. And therefore, when we take this as real, then birth, death and all that. Therefore, friends, try this. Spiritual practice according to Vivekachoodamani, nothing extraordinary. Non-specific existence. Praman Nirapeksha Anubhuti. Experience involving no known means of knowledge. Known means of knowledge are sense organs, mind and intellect. That experience which does not involve these, this is the ultimate truth. So if somebody tells you are dumb, don't take it seriously. You give him back. Don't underestimate. Don't you know, I am from Maharashtra. Maharashtra, everything is Maha. I am Maha dumb. Make him miserable. Don't get carried away by something. Relax. With this, we have completed 148 verses of Vivekachoodamani. Hereafter, Atma Anatma Vivek will be the topic. God willing, jo thari rahe so mari rahe. Next day we will see. So Purnamada is already over. Om Purnat Purnamudachyate. With this, we stop here.